process is harsh, but it's nothing compared to the start. What we supposedly asked for, is this what we asked for? Is this what we asked for?
All right, guys, what is going on? What is good? What is good? It is Friday, my friends. Good old Friday, March the 8th. Know what I'm saying? Friday, March 8th, and we are here looking at the Dow Jones, baby. That is what we're looking at. So I want to give constructive criticism, even though she's probably not going to be on the stream, but I want to give you guys a couple of pointers today. Couple of pointers today. Now, if we don't get these equal lows today, I'll be a little bit surprised. Stop is in profit, so it's going to be a W either way, but I at least want to explain the school of thought behind today's trade on the Dow Jones. I took a options trade. I was going to short futures today. I didn't get an entry. Decided to go short on the option side. You can obviously see why. But I want to explain something it will help you lose less often. Is that something you guys are interested in? Do you guys want to know how to potentially lose less often? Or at least make like less stupid mistakes? Drop a 1 in the chat if that's what you want. Drop a 1, baby. Oh, Sean did it before I even said anything. John, you're a time traveler, bro. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys want to see something like that. Or if you want to hear something to that effect. Fire. Fire. Yeah, Dow hasn't done that yet. It might not. It still might not, but a little bloodbath here in the PM session. Or lunch, rather. This was a lunch. A little bloodbath during lunch today. No problem. NFP day. Ninja, who's a time traveler? Nobody's a time traveler, my friend. Sometimes you would think that, but it ain't true. It's not true. What's good, Alex C, Naruto, Caro? I think I'm gonna, or just say OG. We'll say OG. What's good, man? 2020, what's going on? Felix, Pop, G, Lucas, Nikki, happy Friday. Sean, happy Friday. And Vadu, Willow, Ninja FX, what are your trading hours? Whenever I wake up. Stock exchange hours, my friend. Equities, 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Time, Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, my friend. Just got baby Pips down for a nap. Missed y'all this week. The kid has been on one. I don't think he missed too much this week, to be fair. I don't think he missed too much this week. I think we had some fun on Wednesday. More so than Monday and Tuesday, probably. What's good, Mr. Max? What's good, Ja? What's good, Paulus? Yeah, I opened up the chat today. Opened up the chat today. Free chat Friday. Free chat Friday. Philosophical Friday. But today's watch them fall like dominoes. Now, if we get back above this high, that's gonna negate what I'm trying to show you. So I would assume this is just gonna be a retracement to go lower. But my idea is gonna be clapped if we get above this high. It's fine. Stop and profit. It's fine. Ninja, I can't help you there. I can't help you there. That's real quick before I get into it. That's part of the reason why I do not deal with payment processing. I'm not going to have a website, you know, where you submit your own credit card information and all that kind of stuff, because I don't want to be responsible for that. You know what I mean? You know, somebody hacks the website, gets your credit card information. That's going to be a whole legal shit show. I don't want anything to do with that. So that's why I use YouTube, and I just go through them, and they deal with all of that stuff. So if you have problems getting through YouTube, I cannot help you. Can't do anything about it. So, but anyways, let's get into it. All right. So the title, right, of this video or the stream, whatever, is "Watch Them Fall Like Dominoes." So if you look at the thumbnail, right, and I'm pretty sure all of us have done this as a kid, maybe as an adult too. I'm not going to judge you, but you know, when you stack dominoes, right, next to each other. Let's do this real quick. Okay, so you guys already know how this works, right? When you set up a bunch of dominoes, you know, you space them out, and then one of them you tip over, right? You can't rotate these. That's fucked. Oh, I gotta make the rotated one. What type of shit is that? All right, you get the visual, right? When you tip one of them over, what does it do to the following ones? What's it do? That one domino is standing up straight, right? And then you tip it over. What starts to happen? Physics with Jon Fibonacci. What starts to happen? Let me know, chat. You tip the first one over, what starts happening? They all fall. Okay, Ninja, do they all fall at the same time? Do they all fall at the same time? Or, like Sean says, do they fall one by one? This one hits that one, then that one hits, you know, the next one, so on and so forth, right? right? So on and so forth. So what people like to do in these YouTube videos, and when you were a kid and you watched it happen, you saw it, right? Like you kind of watched it go from one end to the other until the last one fell down. Is everybody on the same page here? It's a very simple concept, and we always like to do I always try to give you guys like cool shit like this to kind of help understand what actually happens in price. So when you have the indices, okay, there's 3 of them. Well, I mean, you have like the Russell 2000. I don't really count that, but the 3 primary: Nasdaq, SPY, Dow Jones. Nasdaq, SPY, Dow Jones, okay? Or Nasdaq, S&P, Dow Jones. So let me draw this out for you again, as I do fairly often. All right, it ain't pretty, but it's gonna work. All right. So when one of them goes higher and the other 2 go lower, right? This to me is distribution, right? Because price distributes above old highs or below old lows, accumulates below old lows, you know, so on. So accumulation, distribution, right? So when the other 2, okay, sell off, and that one that was distributing, you usually have that final retracement before it rips ass. Okay. Now, in other words, what we're going to do, it's a lot easier to explain with the actual price action, but I want to make sure you guys get those visuals, because you're not going to understand this, why I'm short on Dow, because it's the 3rd domino in today's sell-off. So let me explain. We go to triple Qs. Look at this. All right, look at this. Now, when I was checking out, that's not the right verbiage. When Tanya, she's a streamer on YouTube, and she was looking in here, I think, for long positions, but on on Nasdaq. So she was looking at Nasdaq for longs in here. So, you know, naturally I'm like, okay, well, let me try and see what she's looking at. And there's really not a lot to look at on the futures side. We had NFP here, you know, equities open somewhere in here. We did have a rally. It made that triple highs, you know, idea that I have told you guys about the last couple weeks: 1 high, 2 high, 3 highs, rest in peace. So we do kind of see that here. And so the problem is, okay, and this is why I tell you guys from time to time that if you're going to trade indices, or if I trade indices, there's 7 things I'm looking at. And they're all on the screen for you. Nasdaq ETF, triple Qs. So if you look at the triple Qs on let's just go to the 15-minute time frame. You don't really have lows. You don't really have equal lows. You have a lot of manipulation. You have after hours manipulate. Well, after hours, I wouldn't say manipulation, but you know, earnings and stuff can pump the after hours, which you're not going to see in the equities open. What I mean is the futures is going to have this data. The triple Qs are not. Right? So again, like, let's say 5-minute time frame. You can already see what I'm looking at, right? 5-minute Nasdaq. There's not really any lows. There's no equal lows. You have NFP stuff here. You got this bullshit over here. There's no high probability downside target for Nasdaq. on the future side. ETFs, however, totally different story. Totally different story. 444.93. What's good, John C? Look at this. 1, 2, almost 3 lows at 444.93. Okay? So again, and I'm not trying to criticize Tanya. I'm not trying to talk shit. Okay? She's a funded trader. She posts withdrawals all the time. She's great. Okay, so I'm not trying to criticize her, but I did tweet at her and I said, look, you know, you're basically trying to long in here, or yeah, you're trying to long in here when we've got equal lows down here. But you're not going to see that. You're not going to see that always on the triple Qs. There's nothing here. If anything, all these lows, some of these lows were swept for NFP. And you might think, oh, well, that's a liquidity run and then it's going to trade higher. Yeah, in the short term, maybe, but equities markets got all these lows right here. So in other words, I don't like to I don't like to long when there's equal lows, right? Downside objective. Let's go take a look at SPY. What's she got over there? Oh my God, 514, another set of lows. SPY created so many lows this week, it's disgusting. Lows down here, and then a third set of lows. I'm like, all right, bro, come on. You know, like how many times are you gonna do this? So Nasdaq has the lows, SPY has the lows that were met, but wait a minute. The Dow has lows that haven't been met. So Nasdaq sells off. SPY sells off. What's Dow Jones doing? Take a look at it. What's the Dow Jones doing? Well, normally I don't like to point out this kind of shit because I think it's absolutely, utterly ridiculous. But, you know, here we are. Okay, this is a generally perceived as a bull flag, okay? Or it might not be all that. It could just be, I'm not really trying to be perfect with these bullshit drawings, okay? But you can kind of see what I'm getting at, right? You have your flagpole and then you got this wedge or triangle, whatever. So that might be better seen on, that looks better. As far as, if there's ever going to be like a clean retail pattern, it's going to be right here. Okay. Where you guys see what I'm seeing, right? This is a retail bullish flag pattern. Retail bullish flag pattern. So if, again, I want to make this a point. S&P is lower. Nasdaq is lower. You think the Dow Jones is going to prop up the stock market? There's only 30 stocks over there. Nasdaq is like 100. S&P is like 505 or something. And then Dow has 30. You think 30 stocks are going to prop up the indices? Come on. Be realistic here. Bull flags mostly are bullshit, okay? You can write that down if you want. But there's your bull flag, right? So am I going to buy a bull flag or am I going to short a bull flag? I'm going to short. I'm going to short. Okay. So what's the play here? Well, to be fair, that's on you. It's really up to you. I mean, I was watching this originally. This was like right at the tail end of AM session, like right at the beginning of lunch. But basically, this is where I shorted. Okay. It was like right in here. So I thought I had a pretty solid entry, and then it went against me a little bit, and I said, this is going to absolutely dump. Like, this is going to dump. Whoop. We got that sell off. So again, I'm still waiting for this to go lower. My stop is in profit. If it happen, if I'm wrong, if it happens to go higher and just leaves the lows, that's fine. That's fine. But the point I'm trying to tell you, the entire point I'm trying to make is, number one, you got to check ETFs. You got to check futures in case they don't line up. Meaning, futures doesn't have any targets that I would look for, but the triple Qs, you bet your ass there's some clean lows here. So I would not look for longs in this market. I would look for shorts, in which we sold off. Nasdaq sold off disgustingly. It's down 1.2%. Dow Jones is slightly green, right? So again, you saw that sell off at 10 o'clock. What's SPY doing? 10 o'clock, it's up here. It hasn't sold off. That's what I was trying to short, but it never gave me an entry. Okay. I'm still going to find an entry. Just got to find it somewhere. I don't usually recommend doing that, but I've been doing this a while, so I'm going to find a fucking entry. But the S&P is a downside objective. Okay, well, 10 o'clock, what's the Dow doing? It's still up here. It hasn't sold off yet. So it's lagging behind. It's that third domino. The Dow is that third domino. Nasdaq falls, that's the first one. S&P follows suit, that's the second one. Dow Jones, that's the third domino. Sells off, retracement, and again, I'm expecting a sell-off, but if I'm wrong, I'll be stopped out in profit anyway. But does that make sense? Thank you, Lee Bryant. I try to have cool titles for you guys. I try to finesse a little bit, not just teach, but entertain as well. Valuetainment, it's a pretty good word. That's the title of Patrick Bet David's podcast. You know, so that's kind of what I try to do. I try to give you guys some juice, but I try to make it fun as well. I can only make it, you know, so fun. But yeah, I do pride myself on having probably the best titles in the industry, but it's not about that. It's not about that. Lee Bright called Nasdaq lower before the opening session. Sheesh, good job. Good job. What's good, Stephanie? Where did you put your stop loss on Dow? So I took an option. It was an options play. So it's hard to explain. It was part of it's based on price, but part of it's also based on time, because you're gonna have a if your option is like if it's a short contract, meaning like there's not a lot of time left, you're gonna be hit with time decay. So it wasn't just a stop, like let's say based on this high. It's also a time stop as well, which I basically gave it the PM session. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hold it until the close, and then we got this super sell-off right before the PM session. So I'm like, okay, great. This has definitely broken a lot of lows. That bull flag has now ripped everyone's face off, and I just think it's going to continue. But yeah, so the stop wasn't just based on like a high. It was also based on time. It's a time-based stop. So, you know how normally I tell you guys, whenever you see a concept, it should be respected probably within 2 or 3 candles. It like really shouldn't spend a lot of time, at whatever it is that you're looking at. That's kind of the point. Like say right here, for this is kind of a shitty example, but I at least want to give you one example. So you see how you have a imbalance right here. Now I wasn't long from at equities open, but I'm saying just price action wise, you see how it trades low, like below the imbalance, but then the body closes within that. Okay, cool. The next probably 2 to 3 candles it should run if it's going to go higher, and you actually do see that. But again, this was equities open, so that's, you can expect volatility, but I'm just trying to give you an example. It doesn't spend a lot of time here. It spends a couple candles and then goes. Or like, say this down candle. Say you wanted to long that down candle. Okay, what hits that here, respects it. Okay, so the next 2 to 3 candles should start trading higher, in which it does. That's what I mean by that. So kind of a time-based stop, okay? Especially in options, because if you are in an options trade and price stagnates, you'll lose value. But when volatility is injected, you'll get that volatility premium, and that is just incredible. It's exponential. It big blessed, in other words. But hopefully that answers your question, G. Not just a stop based on price action, but a stop based on time as well. That's very hard to teach. It's very hard to get comfortable with too. Or maybe that's just me. Do you only look at equal highs, /lows, and unfilled gaps on the ETF side of the futures? That's what I predominantly look for targets, Lucas. That's where the liquidity is at. I want to target liquidity. I want to short in a premium and then cover in a discount at liquidity. Somebody's long from this morning. Somebody longed this morning. Or they longed this retracement, praying that it's going to go higher. All right? They're going to have stops down here. They're going to look at this like, oh, this is a demand zone, so it's going to hit this and go higher. So a lot of people are going to try and long this right now. Where's their stop going? Right here. So we should see an exponential move lower. That's what we should, like this candle right here, we should probably see that soon. And then I'll see what the profit is on that if it doesn't. So, trying to end the week on a good note, baby. That's what I'm trying to do. Make sense? What's good, Luca? See? What I do, I give myself a certain time plus a limit in points to put my stop loss. For example, NQ, I won't go over 25 points. ES, the max is 10. Yeah, I agree. Anything over 10 for ES is a lot. After a pin bar candle, the market should launch, otherwise the setup will be invalid. Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's not the pin bar that does it. To me, it's the candle that's respecting the concept of whatever you're looking at. That's like, but I understand what you're saying. Like that, I think you're talking about that candle. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. What's good, Marius from Germany? Good evening to you. It's the afternoon for me. But yeah. So anyways, that's kind of the point in today's lesson. Okay, so just to kind of recap a lot of what I just explained. All right, to sum it up, futures, ETFs, and I forgot to mention dollar index. Dollar index higher, potentially indices lower. Okay, what did the dollar reach into? How far can price go below a low? An imbalance. Yeah, John, I heard you talk about that all the time. All the time, John. It's so annoying. Right? It does overshoot that. I ain't gonna lie to you. It does. Goes into this lower one down here. Goes into this down candle as well. And this is strictly hindsight, obviously. But, you know, we see that price sells off aggressively, grabs both of those lows. Well, actually, this low was yesterday, sorry. But the lowest low, that was grabbed today. Gap was traded into today, even extended to this gap and down candle back here at 102.40s or even 30s maybe. And then so as we're trading away from that, right, that was that NFP manipulation. As we're trading away from that, we see the dollar drifting higher, which again could mean a lower indices. So Dow was the laggard, that third domino. Okay, so the 3 indices futures, that's 3, and then the 3 ETFs, that makes 6. Dollar index makes 7. All right. So when you get them in alignment, you get chef's kiss trades. Easy money, baby. Easy money, baby. That's what I'm looking for. Trying to get the bag. All right. So there's that. And I clipped it, so I might put that on YouTube. I might have to edit out some of the stuff, though. Some of those curse where he's cussing too much. So that's why editing takes so long. Sometimes. What's good, Bruce? Electric Moose. What was the expiration date for the contract? Well, shit. It should have been today or Monday. It should have been Monday. I think I did Wednesday, but I'm not holding over the weekend. I'm going to TP as soon as we get that alert, if it gets there. I'm not holding over the weekend. I'm going to get my money and fucking dip. Just trying to bank it and be done. February was a hard month. I agree. Thought the girl I was talking to died in a car accident. Found out she lied, had a baby. Jesus Christ, dude, that's crazy. Thought it could have been mine, but wasn't sure. Took a DNA test and it's not mine. Am I like Mori, dude? Am I like Dr. Phil? What is going on, Zay? Oh my goodness gracious. What is going on in Zay's world, my friend? You gotta be careful out here, man. You gotta be careful out here, bro. You gotta be managing risk, my friend. Manage risk at all times, folks. At all times. Saying all this because trading makes you mentally strong to deal with situations. I was able to bounce back this week and pass my 100K combine. Sheesh. From 50K Zay, upgraded to 100K Zay. Let's go. Drop a bag emoji. Do we have one of those? Oh shit, we don't. We got the money one. Drop a cash emoji for 100K Zay. Passing a 100K fund. Was it a combine or a funded challenge? Oh, you said combine. Okay, yeah. So that's top step, I believe. So from 50K Zay to 100K Zay, drop a bag emoji. Great job. We might have to do another interview. We might have to do another interview with Zay. We might do it. Can we get the TP on Dow Jones? Can we grab the lows? Can we get it? Can we ride the hype, baby? Can we ride the hype? TP smashed on Dow Jones. Let's go. Let's go. Well, that met. Okay. Well, that's fine. Look at that, chat. We should end the stream, baby. We got to ride these highs. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Combines passed. Excuse me. TP smashed. Ought to make a fucking rap song, dude. Let's go. What a great day. My friends, it's always a great day to have a great day. You know what I mean? It's all good. Welcome back, Zay. Welcome back. We're glad to have you. Andre from Germany, what's good? What's good? Mic drop. We should end the stream, but I have a few more ideas I wanted to pass by you guys, so not gonna be just yet. What a beautiful day, baby. Up 46% on that option. Know what I'm saying? Order filled. Let's go. TP hit. Bam. I love it. I love it. It's probably going to keep going, to be honest with you. Because it's only the first 30 minutes of the session. This might sell off for the rest of the day. And if it does, I don't care. You make a decision, you stick with it. Fuck, I should have recorded the whole thing. We could have included that in the video too. Let's do an update, actually. Let me clip this real quick. All right. We should have recorded that whole thing, but here we are. So this is going to be the end of the video. TP smash for Dow Jones, right? Again, this is like that third domino. Nasdaq sold off first. S&P sold off second. Dow was still hanging around. Bull flag. BS. Boom. Massive down candles. Only one up candle, or like 2 or 3 up candles in this whole segment here. Dirty, nasty market to the downside. Put options bussing right now. So with that being said, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe so you don't miss future content. All right. One take Jake, baby. One take Jake. So we'll have to put that out probably this weekend. But anyway, now that that's over, I wanted to share some of the books that I got with you guys. I was going to share it the other day, but I didn't bring them with me. But I got them now. What videos do you have explaining about the ETFs? Dude, I go live 4 times a week. So, I mean, I explain it all the time. I don't know if I have a specific video, but I can tell you the stream that we just did the last 40 minutes. I clipped it, so I'm going to make that a video probably for this weekend or maybe sometime next week because I got to edit it and stuff, but I'll put that out soon. It's look, the short and sweet of it is you got to look at ETFs for liquidity that you may not see is there. And that's what I was saying earlier. Like I have respect for Tanya. I'm not trying to talk shit about her. It's just I think she made a simple mistake, which I make simple mistakes too. She was trying to long in here, and you're not going to see equal lows here given the price action we got. You're just not going to see that. But a simple way to avoid that is to look at the triple Qs, right? What do the triple Qs have? They do have lows. So that's why long positions in here aren't going to work. They're going to trade lower. Plus you're longing in a premium as well. From this low, we gapped higher. We extended to this morning. Look at the range, dude. Look at the range on that. This low up to this high, you're longing at like the 15% fib level. That's a premium of a premium. Not ideal for longs, ideal for shorts. Okay. So that's what I mean. Where's the liquidity? That's still in a premium because 50% is here. But you do have this gap at a discount, which we have obviously, I mean, this is just going lower and lower and lower and lower, right? Watch, the Dow now is, where is it at? Okay, so the future side took the equities open low and then like right before the pre-market low as well. So you see this imbalance below this low? That's a perfect partial right here. If you were trading futures, this would be an ideal partial right there. Boom, right here. 750, done. Done and dusted. Oh, Libre, a streamer on YouTube named Tanja Trades. She's super popular right now. She was promoted by Patrick Whelan and by ICT. So, you know, two titans in this industry. You know, they promoted her. You know, she blew up, but she is skilled in her own right. Like, you know, I'm not trying to talk shit. But I tweeted her and I told her to look at the ETFs because of the exact, that's why I'm making today's lesson. Because of this. Because I've made that mistake before too. Oh man, I thought NFP was going to manipulate and go higher. It's like, yeah, but the ETFs had lows. It's like such an easy way to avoid losing. Right? Why would you long with equal lows? You're going to get this instant stop loss. I don't like that. I don't know about you, but I hate when my trades go straight to stop loss. That shit is like, you weren't just wrong, you were extra wrong. It's like the market's calling you a biatch, right? It's annoying. So, yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Sagan, however you say that. And yeah, Libra, she's doing great. She's doing pretty awesome. But we're all prone to making dumb mistakes. You know, I've been an educator for a long time. I've been a trader for even longer. So when I see good traders making dumb mistakes, I do try to help with constructive criticism. Right? So, I mean, but people can take it or leave it, you know, whatever. Yeah, Nikki, I understand. Soon as you go long, and then it just whoop, right to stop loss, you're like, son of a bitch, dude. I understand. But yeah, when you target lows, it's so easy, dude. Bias is easy. What was the stream we did on Wednesday or maybe even Tuesday? You either know the mark or you are the mark. Who was the mark today? Anybody who was trying to long with equal lows. Mark. Trying to long with equal lows. Mark. Trying to long with triple lows. Mark. Crows who stalked the tiger. Y'all remember that one? Same thing. It's all the same shit, just a different name. It's all based on liquidity. Where's the liquidity? That's what you need to know. Or even the gaps too. That's fine. Liquidity. Well, and a gap. I didn't think we would sell off that aggressively. That's, you know, that was heavy, but Dow was the third domino, so I went with that. Even though it was today's strongest index, but again, 30 stocks are not going to hold up against 500 and 100, even though they're not evenly weighted. But let's go. Okay, matter of fact, we can even test that today. Look at Nvidia. What the fuck is going on over there? We were up almost 4%. No, excuse me, almost 5%. And we ended the day almost down 6. There's some volatility over in Nvidia today. Oh my God. Look at this shit. Look at Nvidia, dude. My goodness gracious. That stock needed to do that. So Nvidia, you know, pulling down the Nasdaq, Costco. Well, that was only a matter of time. That was a parabolic move on Costco. That got its face ripped off, 7.5%. AVGO, I don't even know what that is. What is that? Broadcom. Oh, okay. All right. You know, that's trading lower, 6.5%. That's dragging down the Nasdaq. Microsoft down 1%. That's dragging it down. Qualcomm down 2%. That's dragging it down. Intel down 4%. Heavy Nasdaq today, my friends. Amazon down 1%. You have almost nothing green in the Nasdaq today. You had Apple. Dog shit. Okay, Apple might be up, but you think one stock at 2% is going to prop up stocks that are down 7, 6, 5, 4, 2.5, 2, 2, 1? Like, you see what I'm saying? Nasdaq is heavily lower today. You look at the Dow Jones, Apple's up there leading, Intel's down here dragging ass. So you see just as much weakness. Not as much weakness, but you do see weakness there. A little bit more mixed, but in other words, Dow was the laggard to go lower. It was that third domino. Okay. So you only need one trade like that a week, dude. I'm telling you, you only need 1 or 2 trades a week. So if you think about this, I forgot where this shit was at. Down here. Shorting Dow is not super expensive. Okay. I mean, futures, yes, that will rip your face off. But over like in the options side, you can easily risk $30, $50, maybe even $100 a contract. You know, so if you're new in your journey, or you don't have a lot of money to trade with, you know, I only have $500 or $1,000 or something. Okay, you can risk $30, $40. Now, mind you, that's going to be 3 or 4% of the account, which is a little bit high, but you're trying to make money with $1,000. I mean, fuck. Like, work with me here, okay? But still, I mean, it's a lot harder to reduce that. I mean, you've already, you know, be able to get the direction right, get the volatility that you need. You know, the risk is very minimal. Right? Low risk. $30, $40, $50 a contract. If you can't afford that, you probably shouldn't be trading until you are able to. Because this is like the low end, bro. The low end of risk is what I mean. Because let's say this is a $200 contract, but at the height it was worth like, or let's say up here it was worth like 160. Okay, so you're gonna pay 200, but your stop loss might be, let's say, at 160 or 150. So that means you're gonna have a $40 stop loss or a $50 stop loss. That's what I mean by that. It's still gonna cost $200, but your stop loss will be at $150. So that's kind of what I mean. And I have videos on, you know, introduction to futures. There's one how to double your money or some shit. You know, that's easily doable in here. Make sense? When we have 2 downside objectives, can we have a target as both or one of them? What do you think, chat? It's a great question, Lamont. But what does the chat think? Because I've answered this time and time again. I want to see what the chat thinks. When you have 2 downside objectives or 2 targets, can we have a target both or one of them? What do you think, chat? What's your opinion on oil? I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Don't know. I have no idea about that all. No clue. What if the price starts to consolidate? I've heard that if it's slow, it will grow. Career-wise, slow money, right? What's slow will grow. Money and career-wise, yes. But if a trade is consolidating at your entry, that's usually not a good sign. And G, that's a great follow-up question. Which one is better, break even or following your plan, although it may hit your stop loss? That's up to you. I prefer going break even a little bit faster than most people because I like reducing risk. On a trade like today, I just let it go. I didn't reduce, I didn't go break even until we got to sell off. So Vadu says both. Nikki says take partials or both. Naruto says both. You can partial after the first and hold for the second. C-Trade says partial at the low first. Very good. Take your money and can leave a runner. That's a good answer as well, Stephanie. Felix says one of them. Felix says, fuck it. Take your first target. Felix just wants the bag and that's it. That's fine. You can also trail your stop. You could do that. Sean says both with partials on each. There you go. Mori says both TP1 and TP2. Maybe take more partials at TP1 and let a little bit run to TP2. That's good. See, like today, I probably should have partialed here and then held to see if it would run down to the 570s. It could do that. But like I said, before it even got here, I said if it gets there, I'm getting out. And that's what I did. So even if this sells off, I ain't going to bitch about it. I mean, I could, but once you make a decision and you stick with it, that order is filled, it's done. You're done. You know, you can't cry over spilled milk, right? So anyway, it's been fun. It's already been almost 54 minutes. So it's been a fun stream. But, you know, it's nice when your students get funded. It's nice when you have TP smashed on stream. Doesn't get better than that right before the weekend. Doesn't get better than that, chat, right before the weekend. Oh, let's check gold real quick. That's what I forgot about. Oh, we were up for silver. What happened? What happened? It looks as if we traded to 2460, right above the high from December. And then gold, ATH, all-time highs yet again. All-time highs yet again. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Especially when I was making fun of everybody trying to short back here. And then it does this. Yep. The turtle soup, bro. The turtle soup. Yeah. Well, the supers got souped. So. But I won't make fun anymore. It's unprofessional, right? Yeah, probably. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll do it. The euro never came down for the lows that we talked about the other day. Yeah, we extended higher for NFP, came back a little bit. British pound continued higher, pulled back a little bit. It wasn't until New Zealand and I think Aussie pulled back a little bit harder, and I think that was because of that's old. Well, anyway. I wonder if let me see. That's interesting today for NZD USD, aka Kiwi. We left consolidation / lows. We don't take that here. I can guarantee you spread definitely wrecked people on that. And then we traded higher, and then we actually came back for those lows too. So that's kind of interesting if you want to study something this weekend. Opinion on Coinbase stock right now? It's high right now in the 240. I think you asked me about Coinbase a few weeks ago, or a couple months ago. I think I said I wouldn't touch it with like a 10-foot pole. And then it does this. So I don't know. I think Coinbase is really just following suit with the crypto market. I'm pretty sure Coinbase is correlated with probably Bitcoin or just the overall crypto market, is what I'm assuming. But I would not buy after a move like this. From 120 to 260, I would not buy this at all. Okay, if you're going to accumulate, it's better to accumulate on the way down than it is on the way up, in my opinion. But as I always say, I always preface this, I'm not a crypto guy, okay? I don't do crypto. You know, I'm not good with the crypto side. Just not. So, I don't want to say you're on your own, Eli, but I'm not the best person to ask. Talk to Zach Jordan or Siva. Tacos and Maggie's? Or you mean margaritas? Is that what you meant? It is Friday. It is cheat day. But in all fairness, my friends are having a crawfish boil tomorrow. So that will definitely be a cheat day as well. Oh, the book. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I have them like right next to me. Y'all keep distracting me, bro. Let me show you a couple new ones that I got. Well, they're used, but they're new for me. So one of them is The Art of Thinking Clearly by Rolf Dubelli. Dubelli? That sounds funny. Rolf Dubelli, The Art of Thinking Clearly, which is pretty good. Short, sweet, and to the point. Talks about a lot of fallacies. This one I did show you already. Leadership in Turbulent Times by Doris Goodwin. Doris Goodwin, Leadership in Turbulent Times. And these two I was super excited for because I don't have any from this guy, but Wooden, A Lifetime of Observations and Reflections on and Off the Court by Coach John Wooden. Oh, shit. By Coach John Wooden. So John Maxwell quotes John Wooden all the time, almost in every single one of his books. So he's like one of the greatest, if not the greatest, basketball coach ever. And then another one from John Wooden called Wooden on Leadership. See that? So these are just a few of the ones that I picked up recently. And then I want to read you today's Daily Stoic, and then we'll hop off. I'll let you go about your business. What's today? The 8th, right? Okay. Okay, Eli, thanks for that. All right, so this is it, and then we'll be done for today. So March 8th, don't unintentionally hand over your freedom. Here's a quote from Epictetus. If a person gave away your body to some passerby, you'd be furious. Yet you hand over your mind to anyone who comes along, so they may abuse you, leaving it disturbed and troubled. Have you no shame in that? Instinctively, we protect our physical selves. We don't let people touch us, push us around, control where we go. But when it comes to the mind, we're less disciplined. We hand it over willingly to social media, to television, to what other people are doing, thinking, or saying. We sit down to work, and the next thing you know, we're browsing the internet, hopefully the YouTube channel. Drop a like on a stream if you got some value today. We sit down with our families, but within minutes, we have our phones out. We sit down peacefully in a park, but instead of looking inward, we're judging people as they pass by. We don't even know why we're doing this. We don't even know that we're doing this. We don't realize how much waste is in it, how inefficient and distracted it makes us. And what's worse, no one is making this happen. It's totally self-inflicted. To the Stoics, this is an abomination. They know that the world can control our bodies. We can be thrown in jail or be tossed about by the weather. But the mind, that's ours. We must protect it. Maintain control over your mind and perceptions, they'd say. It's your most prized possession. Very solid work from The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. Okay, The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. If I never said this before, let me be very clear, okay? If I've never said this before, hear ye, hear ye. If you are one of the SMS members, meaning you have a sniper next to your name, you're in the Discord, right? You have a membership here on this channel. And even if you don't, but especially those of you that are in here, Marcelo, G, Stephanie, Eva, everybody that's in here, this is like a must-have, right? The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. This is a must-have for you, right? You're in a community called Smart Money Stoics, right? So this idea is to learn about not just trading, but Stoic philosophy as well, to get a better mindset that's going to help you not just in your life, but in your trading as well. Okay? So this is a must-have, especially if you're an SMS member. It's like $16 or $17 on Amazon. You need it. Okay? You need to be growing every single day. I know, who was it? Nikki. I know Nikki posts on her story all the time. Almost every single day she posts from the Daily Stoic. So I know she's reading it every day. But that needs to be everybody. Not posting on social media, but every day you guys need to be reading the Daily Stoic. Okay? So if you guys don't have a copy, you need to get one expeditiously. All right? How do you fix your relationship with money? Took multiple losses today and ended up losing my funded account. Well, shit. Number one, this will be the last one and then we'll hop off. Because I don't know Tesla. I'm done with Tesla. We had our fun with that earlier last year. Or late last year rather, but I'm done with it. But how do you, so Marcelo, you need to have more of a stricter risk management policy to where you decrease risk on your losses so you don't lose that funded account. But now that you lost it, you're going to have to, take that lesson and move on. But fixing your relationship with money is hard. I was gonna do I even made the story, but I decided not to share it because I didn't want you guys to I don't know, something just didn't feel right, but I was gonna show you my emergency money, part of it anyways. So fixing your relationship with money is very difficult, okay? And it's even harder if you're broke. And the worst place to be in is in debt, because not only do you not have money, but you have negative money. That blows, because now you're not even starting from zero, you're starting well below zero. You're in a hole. Okay? And it's not fun. Having debt is not fun. Getting out of debt is not fun. It's a process, it's a bitch, but it's got to be done in my opinion. Okay? Money is very difficult, especially when it comes to like psychology of money, right? Not the book by Morgan Housel, but just your relationship with money. It's difficult. One of the things that has helped me, okay, is having money. I know that sounds obvious, but I'm saying like, get out of debt. Put money away in an emergency fund. Multiple trading accounts. So if one of them gets wrecked for some reason, I've got more trading accounts. or if the banks go under, and we've seen bank failures. If one of my banks, if they fail and my money's not protected, I've got money in other assets, right? Diversification, if you will. That doing those things helped my relationship with money tremendously. So this was not something that was done overnight. This was something that was years in the making. Years. Not like 2 or 3. We're talking like 10. 5 to 10. It's not a fast process. I mean, unless you get funded and get some big ass withdrawals, if you get a nice come up, hey, do it, right? If you can, go for it. But for most people who are going to have a job, who are going to have a lot of expenses because you just, you want this certain house or this certain car, or you've got, obligations, or you want the Netflix or whatever, which again is part of the reason why my membership's only $25 a month, because I don't want you spending all your money here. I mean, it would be cool if you did, but I wouldn't feel right with that. I don't feel good charging people hundreds of dollars a month for education. I think that's utter fucking nonsense. Okay? So it's going to take time to start getting out of debt, paying off credit cards, paying off cars, paying off houses, paying off whatever, rent, or I don't know. Everybody's situation is different. But let's just say we exclude houses, because that's like damn near a lifelong commitment. Okay, that's fine. It's getting out of these 20%, 25% interest rates on credit cards. It's getting the fuck out of those. It's getting out of that immediately, because that's biting you in the ass in the long run. So you gotta get out of that. Get some money, have some money stashed away, build multiple trade. This is just my opinion, okay? To have multiple trading accounts or multiple funded accounts, if that's what you want to do, sounds like a good plan to me. But it's, again, I think the most important part here is that, number one, it's not going to be easy, and it's going to take a long time. And that's probably not what most of you want to hear. But I try to tell you guys not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. So I'm not here to make you feel good. Everything's going to be okay. Everything's not going to be okay unless you decide, unless you set yourself up for the future. Don't lie to yourself. You see all these people, oh yeah, just, affirmations and, just tell yourself that it's all good. It's not fucking all good, bro. If it's not all good, it ain't all good, man. Don't lie to yourself. You got to look in the mirror and be like, bro, you're fucked up right now. You're in a bad place right now, and you got to get out of there. You got to make a plan, follow it, be disciplined, give it a long time, and eventually you'll make it out. Okay? Follow other people if you want that. Hey, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. It's not all good if it's not all good. But do what you got to do. So, Marcelo, hopefully that answers your question. G. Rodriguez, it's a daily thing. So it's marked, February 5th, 6th, 7th, and so on and so forth. So you don't start from the beginning. You just start from whatever day it is. You can start whenever you want, but it's just easy to keep up with the day of the calendar day. So I have multiple different accounts, Finn. I have multiple accounts. So, but I don't trade with $1,000. Okay. I don't trade with $1,000. Rather take it a long time than to happen in no time ever. Side note, Coinbase was actually caught manipulating price today, halting crypto transactions. Oh, that's a yikes. That's a yikes. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it. All right. So I shared some books. I shared with you some, hopefully, knowledge that you guys got value. If you haven't liked the stream already, if you did get value, just drop a like. That's it. I'm not asking you to purchase a membership. Although it would be cool if you did, you guys could get in the Discord. But you don't even have to buy a membership here. All I'm saying is if you got value, if you learned something, if you had fun, just drop a like. That's all you got to do. That's it. So with that being said, congratulations again to Zay for passing 100K combine. And for not having a kid with someone who sounds rather shady. That's a plus. That's probably the biggest plus, to be honest. So, you know, y'all be good, man. Hopefully you learned something this week. I'll be here same time, same place on Monday. On Monday, March 11th. Stay blessed.
I'm falling. Come and save me, baby. I'm falling. I'm falling. Come and save me, baby.